further somewhere?
That'd be good.
Because I've been to Star Pizza around here, or around somewhere over there. And then I went to Frank's Pizza the other day. That place is good.
Frank's, where is that at?
I think it's off of San Jacinto Street. I think it's around like where it's around where this place is called Nico Nico's.
Oh!
It's around around
okay.
There. Yeah, it's their pizza there is, man, it's fucking good. It's really good. Like the cheese just slides off the damn, pizza. It's awesome.
So you say you have Johnny Cash,
Yeah, you can look at artists and then it'll say.
Ah, boy.
Because I have his. Oh shit! I put it on hold. Sorry. Yeah, it should be. I guess just look under like artists or whatever, and then look for Johnny Cash and have. Because he did say that he sings.
Damn you.
I remember you told me you were like.
Damn you. A lot of people don't know that I'm not the best singer in the world. I do a little, but it's
I'm not that good.
one of those things that not a lot of people actually know.
Yeah. I'm not good at singing, but I will sometimes. So people might see me sing with my other friends in here. Probably. It just depends. I have to be in the mood. Today I'm a bit tired because that damn weather alert woke me up. I didn't even drink my damn thing. I just noticed that's why I'm tired.
Alright, we're going to take a right here.
Alright.
And I will play this, and I will give you guys the very first verse, and that is it. And slow down right here real quick. And that is all you people get.
That's all I don't hear. Just keep going.
That's all you people get. Remember this. I gotta keep doing this. I hear the train a-comin'. It's rolling around the bend. And I ain't seen the sunshine since I don't know when. I'm stuck in Folsom Prison, and time keeps dragging on. But that train keeps rolling on down to San Antone. Alright, that's all you get.
That wasn't bad.
Huh?
That wasn't bad though.
Anytime I do it at karaoke, people turn their heads like, is that black guy sounding like Johnny Cash? What the fuck? I've had so many beers, but
You're like all surprised.
alright, we're gonna keep going straight.
Alright.
I'll tell you this right now, if my ex who tried getting me in the country hears that, she will shit a brick. And we're going to turn left. Have you ever seen Mount Rush Hour? Near the freeway, the president heads.
Yeah, I've seen that.
This is where they come from.
So I can turn in here?
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, this is pretty.
I don't know if the camera can be able to see it like as they pass us on this side.
They might be able to. Or I'll park here and they'll see them.
Yeah.
Watch. I'll
But
do
we
it.
were just drive. A friend was like, "You gotta check this out."
This is
And we
fucking
came
badass.
here. And when you keep going,
Holy shit.
the Beatles.
Are you fucking serious?
Like two-story tall statues of the fucking Beatles, Sergeant Pepper era.
Dude, how the hell was this over here?
Exactly.
Can I go in there? I probably can't. I'll park here, and then I'm gonna show everybody so they can see. I'm gonna move the camera right now.
And
Here.
this is why fucking Houston is awesome.
Take 5, Johnny. All right, let me see. let me show. I gotta show you guys this. I never knew that. I don't know if y'all can see it, but there are fucking the Beatles right there. John Lennon, and then fucking George Harrison, Ringo Starr, Paul McCartney. That's cool. I had no idea. There's some more heads too. But
the Beatles.
the Beatles. That's fucking cool. I had no idea that's been there this whole time, and nobody's even seen it. This is actually one hell of a fucking locker room, then, because this is something I haven't seen. So that's.
I'm like, why haven't I walked around downtown and just seen that standing somewhere?
Yeah.
Just anywhere. It'd be perfect.
Why did they put this there though instead of like?
I honestly think it's an artist that lives around here in this warehouse he owns or whatever, and they just make things. And I think it's just like this little hidden art gallery of the stuff that they do.
Maybe they're gonna keep. I hope they keep doing that. Then I hope they keep whatever they're doing. I hope they keep it up because that's freaking badass. I never would have even thought to have seen something like this. And this is. And how'd you find this one day? You were just like looking around.
A friend was like, "Have you seen the statues of the Beatles?" And I'm like, "What?" And she's like, "All right." And we just ended up driving, and she got me here, and I'm
looking at all the present. I'm like, so this is where the Mount Rush Hour heads come from. And then we turn, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
That's cool.
What?
Because I saw like part of the statue, but I didn't see like the full thing. I was like, no way. And it looked, that's really cool. Whoever did that, you need to get on the conference with me. No, that's pretty cool though. I like that. That's fucking badass. Kudos to them. And thanks for showing me this. That's pretty cool. But how much time do we have? I don't know. We got a little bit of time, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much that's pretty cool. But I wanted to talk real fast too about Transformers, because I know you're excited for the Dinobots, and I am too, because I'm a G1 series watcher. I watched the old school
only
ones.
G1, man. Only G1.
With Slag, Sludge, Swoop, Grimlock, all of them. And I'm a oops. My car's name is his name is Soundwave. I know he's not a boombox like Soundwave is supposed to be.
Soundwave superior.
He's so fucking badass.
Constructicons inferior.
Yeah, then he goes Ravage, or he'll say what does he say? He'll go Autobots detected, and he'll goes Ravage, Swoop, or Rumble, because he had Ravage and Rumble, and then Laserbeam. He goes Ravage, Rumble,
It was
Laserbeam.
Ravage, Frenzy, Rumble, Ratbat.
I forgot about Ratbat.
Yeah, can't forget Ratbat. Oh god.
I remember Rumble always. I hated his voice. I was like, hey, Rumble, and like he was always like, his voice annoyed me, but he had a pretty cool like power because he would fucking cause earthquakes and shit. Which they haven't showed Rumble in the movies, have they?
There's a lot that they need to. Honestly, I can't really defend the movies anymore. I mean, I gotta be honest. Let's just be outright with it. They're shit, but
I like the third one though. The third one wasn't that bad.
the third one fucked with me. The third one was by far the most gruesome one in the entire. Yeah, and if you're a Transformer fan, you already know that there's a chance that your favorite character is gonna die, because anytime Transformers has a tradition, anytime they have a new wave of characters, they have to kill off the old ones.
Yeah.
That's just how it is.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, the way they killed Ironhide just that traumatized me.
It sucked.
That fucked with me.
Yeah. Spoiler alert. I'm sure everybody's seen it anyway. But
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like but I mean, it looks like Galvatron's gonna be in this movie.
Galvatron is, and I've looked up the story of what they're doing with Galvatron. I don't approve.
What are they doing anyway?
It's like you got some human scientists that have been making their own Transformers, and they make one that goes rogue and controls them all, and he becomes Galvatron.
Mm. Because there's also in the new preview there's that what's that I just remember his name. It's the one that's like a hunter, and he's like he's at the beginning of the trailer where he transforms. He's like a black looking. He looks like he's all black or whatever.
I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Looks pretty badass. But they show Optimus riding on Grimlock at the end, and he looks cool because he jumps off of Grimlock and then he throws his sword and it sticks through one of them. There's so much stuff going on, and that's what I love in this trailer because it's pretty badass. Where you'll see Optimus, you'll be paying attention to Optimus in the preview the first time you watch it. I guarantee it probably. Unless you really love Grimlock, and then you'll see Grimlock in the background while Optimus is kicking ass in the front, and you'll see his tail swoop and go through a Decepticon like that, and then he'll bring his tail up to his mouth and then just rip the Decepticon out and then throw it like in the background. And it's fucking badass. You see Optimus in the front like kicking ass at the same time, and there's so much stuff like that. But my favorite has always been, even though he's a Decepticon, my favorite Transformer of all time is Soundwave. I love him. He's my favorite.
Soundwave is badass.
He has the best voice, and I love his color. That's why I got this color, because I love Soundwave. That's why this car is. That's why this.
It's always a toss-up between Megatron and Optimus for me. It always is. Some days I feel like Optimus, some days I feel like Megatron. It always depends.
And I've always liked Soundwave, and then Bumblebee, the old one, when he was a little beetle, but even the new one's cool too. And then Optimus, of course, has been favorite. Megatron, he's cool, but I don't know. I just don't really like. It's just funny because the reason why I don't like Megatron is because he gets into a little bitch mode whenever he gets beaten. Optimus, and if you see it in the movies, every time.
All 80s villains went into bitch mode when they got beaten.
But it's funny when he does it because he'll go Starscream, and he'll like start screaming for him, and then you see Starscream just come in and like take him away or whatever. Especially in the movies, it's funny because you see him. That's the first person's name he calls is Starscream. He's all bleeding, but yeah, I'm still excited for this one because I just hope they don't just show Grimlock as a dino and that's it. Like I hope they actually show more. You know, because it looks like they're gonna show Swoop. I think the pterodactyl.
They changed his name and they gave him 2 heads.
Yeah.
Why?
That's what was weird. I don't know why they did that.
It's like
But it's like, are the other Dinobots gonna be in there or like?
Movies lately have just been disappointing to me in general. The last one I saw was Godzilla, and I was not happy about it.
How the hell did you not like Godzilla? That's the one thing I love Godzilla. Of course I didn't like because it does take an hour for them to show the monster. But still,
I don't want to be that person, and I really don't want to sound wrong when I say this.
you probably try not to spoil this. Spoiler alert, probably. I don't know if he's gonna say anything spoilery, but yeah, just in case.
Okay, I'll put it this way. When they were talking about that they were gonna do a brand new Godzilla, I'm like, all right, awesome, let's do this. And they're like, it's gonna be better than the American one they did. It's gonna be like the old school original. I'm like, all right, I'm expecting a Japanese production. I see the trailer. I'm like, it's an awful lot of Americans for a Godzilla movie. And they're like, what's wrong? I'm like, remember the last time we had a lot of Americans in the Godzilla movie? It didn't turn out well.
Yeah,
And they did a lot of things right, and then they did a lot of things wrong. It was don't get me wrong, it was a great movie. Was it a traditional Godzilla movie? Absolutely not.
But it reminded me of it. That's the one thing I like. It reminded me, mainly towards the end, it reminded me like of the whole, fighting and all that, like the whole action scenes at the end.
That was my thing. I wanted more fight scenes.
Yeah, I did, because they did kind of troll you a little bit with, when something was about to happen in the
it's
next
like,
scene, and I'm like,
all right,
okay,
Godzilla showed up, we're gonna fight, and we're moving the camera this way.
Yeah.
All right, they're about to end, we're going this way, and it's like, all right, he's about to wait. Why are we closing the door? What?
Yeah, but I mean, at least they at least they did what I wanted to see, which of course, if you watch any of the old school Godzilla movies, you know what I'm talking about, which is badass. I'm glad they showed him do that, and I like that. It was pretty bad. And it did because I just hope that if they do make a sequel, if it's possible, I hope they really make him fight, or I hope they put like King Ghidorah. He's one of my favorites, the 3-headed one.
Do you want to know what would be the best Godzilla movie?
What?
Just if they did it this way, it would be fucking perfect. Give me 4 actors, just 4. That's all I want. Give me George Takei and maybe 2 other Japanese actors and maybe 1 other actor of whatever ethnicity. Don't care. Put it on Monster Island.
That'd be badass. Yeah.
Don't give me a city. Don't give me millions of people running and screaming. Don't give me characters I don't give a shit about.
That'd be fucking
Make
badass.
it about 4 people stuck on Monster Island, and the entire movie is, oh shit, we're running because shit's fighting and shit's moving. That would be amazing. You get Godzilla and you get all of the classic monsters and some you can even make up because it's fucking Monster
That should
Island.
be the last Godzilla movie if they do make that. To just end it with the big ass fucking bang. That'd be cool.
It's like, don't give me characters and story that aren't necessary. Godzilla should be the only character that I give a shit about.
Well, if you haven't seen it yet, I'm hoping you like X-Men. I don't know if you. I liked it. I still don't know. To me, I like First Class a little better because I really like First Class. But
Every X-Men movie sucked.
you don't like First Class?
I didn't like it. Okay, the second Wolverine one I haven't seen because I refuse.
I heard that one. I heard. I haven't seen it though.
Grew up with, most people, they grew up with their parents giving them bedtime stories. My uncle told me comic book stories as a kid. I grew up with the storylines of X-Men and Spider-Man and everything
Yes, Spider-Man.
from the 70s and the 80s, the original stuff.
The golden age of comics, or is that the silver?
Yes, that's what I grew up with. My grandfather, he was even more old school than that. I would try to talk to him about comic books, and he was like fucking Flash Gordon and The Shadow. And
Oh, I remember that.
He was like
Oh,
really old school.
Damn.
And I came from a nerdy family. we were all nerds in comic books. That's why I got into Godzilla with my grandparents.
Yeah, I started watching it one day actually. We got the old school Godzilla, and I just love it. My dad started watching it, and we just started getting into that. And I mean, you know what's fucking badass, Corey? Is that now I've actually gotten back into the whole reading more kind of into the comics thing, because the only comics I'll read right now that I really like, that I just have to read, are the Walking Dead comics. The comics though, because everybody watches the show and I watch the show. I got into the whole series from the show, but then I saw it was a comic books and I was like, well, fuck it, I need to read the source material so I can bitch about how they're not doing it right on the show, which they're kind of I don't know, but it's not that, but it's just the comics are just they're fucking good.
You bring up Walking Dead. You know, everyone I talk to that watches The Walking Dead, they look at me and they go, "You should so dress up like that black chick with the dreads and the 2 zombie slaves and like go to a convention."
Michonne. But it,
One of
man,
these
that'd be
days
fucking
it's gonna
badass.
happen.
You gotta do that's fucking. Do you watch the show or anything? Or
I need to.
I think you might like, or at least the comics. If you like comics, those comics are definitely something gruesome. They'll traumatize you.
Yeah, but back to comics, like, okay, for X-Men, for instance.
Yeah.
The first 3, shit. Plot holes you
Yeah, I
could
don't know.
drive a truck through. When they said we're gonna do X-Men First Class, you know, the original X-Men, you know, like in the 60s and whatnot, I'm like, alright. And then they give me First Class and they give me Xavier, Magneto, Mystique, Beast, Havoc, Banshee, Darwin, and some bug chick. I'm like, that's not First Class. First Class is Xavier, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Beast, Iceman, and maybe Angel.
Yeah.
Maybe. It's like, why do you have Cyclops' brother in there? What the fuck are you doing?
But I don't know. I like the way they did the story in that one though. It was pretty cool. Like the scene between Xavier and Magneto. Like that was really.
Magneto was the only reason I watched that movie.
I like both of those actors though. Like James McAvoy, he's a really badass actor.
They are.
They're like it's in that movie like pretty much kind of just catapulted them into like a better career I think now.
My main issue with the X-Men movies is the main character in just about every movie is Wolverine.
I know that. See, I didn't like it because it's kind of like they just push Wolverine. I know Hugh Jackman. I mean, he does play a good Wolverine, but it's like they kind of just made him be the face of the X-Men, and that's not what it's really supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about the X-Men, not Wolverine, and then featuring the X-Men. You know what I mean? It feels like they do that in the movies, but like at least in this, like, well, shit, because even in this movie, he kind of is like. I mean, Wolverine's not the star, but he is like he plays a central part in a way.
Yeah, and
But
to me, it's honestly, and I know I'm gonna piss off a lot of you when I say this, but to me, the 2 most overrated characters in X-Men are Wolverine and Gambit.
they are though.
I'm sorry. They are the most overrated characters.
They are. They really
I'm not
are.
saying they're bad. It's just
It's like
everyone I
the
talk
most
to is
overrated
like,
Spider-Man villain is Venom, which he is. I love Venom though.
Yeah, we love Venom, but let's be honest.
But people, do you not know about Cletus Cassidy? Like he's like so fucking.
Carnage.
So,
He is my
so
favorite.
much better, dude. Especially the '90s cartoons. I watched all of them at least twice, and I love those. Like, and they would show like I remember.